You can't intimidate me. Come on, give me a break. You can not support ICE. Shame on you. You can support sanctuary cities. Shame on you. But you can't cross the line.
Border Czar Tom Homan with a Clint Eastwood make my day moment in response to Democrats attempting to interfere with deportation operations. Most recent example of this happening at an ICE facility in Newark, New Jersey. There you can see it on your screen. The incident ending with the city's mayor, Ras Baraka, getting arrested along with 3 other lawmakers, being detained for what federal prosecutor Alina Habba said was trespassing. New Jersey gubernatorial candidate Jack Ciattarelli joins me for a reaction. Welcome to you, Jack, and certainly good to see you again. A lot of street theater going on here in your neck of the woods. The man at the center of this is the mayor of Newark. He's also running for governor in the Garden State. He had a hearing this week to face those trespassing charges and kind of played the victim. Listen to this.
We believe that I was targeted in this. I was the only person arrested. I was the only person identified. I was the only person, they put in a cell. The only person that was in cuffs, and the only person that's here this morning going through this humiliation for these people.
Jack, first of all, I'm not sure any of that happens to be true, considering there were other people that were detained. But doesn't he have a responsibility to uphold the law, and shouldn't he be held to a higher standard, in fact?
Tom, what he didn't say is the only person that didn't have authorization to be where he was, that he was the only person that was trespassing, and that's why he was arrested. And so it's another embarrassing day for New Jersey because of things that elected officials do. Every elected official in this country should be working in partnership with the president. I will, as governor, to keep our country safe, secure the border. And when I'm governor, we'll go even a step further. There'll be no sanctuary cities, nor will we be a sanctuary state in New Jersey.
You know, the detention center situation seems to be just the latest example of how problematic the sanctuary city issue has become. New Jersey's a blue state, but even blue staters seem to have had enough of the open border mess and the crime and the fiscal chaos associated with it. Do you think that the issue is moving the needle in New Jersey? Do you believe that it's moving the needle in other places as well?
Absolutely, I do, Tom. I mean, when the border was as porous as it was under Joe Biden, we're all border states. And we have a very significant number of illegal immigrants in New Jersey. And I'm going to work in partnership with the president to make our communities safe once again. But shame on these Democrats for making a spectacle. Here's the part I don't get, Tom, and a lot of New Jerseyans are scratching their head over. This is a detention center, a federal detention center, where people who came here illegally committed crimes. Isn't that exactly what a detention center is supposed to do? What exactly is it that Ras Baraka is protesting?
Yeah, and these aren't just folks who came across the border, even though those folks are lawbreakers as well. They went the extra step. They came to the country illegally, and then they committed crimes. They were caught, they were arrested, and these folks are defending them. Baraka's not the only one with this stance, of course. Here is Socialist New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez talking about what happened there. Watch.
If anyone's breaking the law in this situation, it's not members of Congress, it's the Department of Homeland Security. It's people like Tom Homan and Secretary Kristi Noem. You lay a finger on someone, on Representative Bonnie Watson-Coleman, on Representative, or any of the representatives that were there, you lay a finger on them, we are going to have a problem.
It sounds like a threat. I mean, we're dealing with Comey, the former FBI director, looking like he was threatening the president of the United States, putting something out on social media. Now you have one of the leaders of the Democratic Party, again, threatening potential violence against people who are just doing their jobs. Your response?
Tom, when someone is trespassing in a high security area, we put our hands on them by putting handcuffs on them. And that's exactly what we did with Ras Baraka. But, you know, he's one of 3 Democratic mayors that's running for governor of New Jersey. The 2 others also believe in sanctuary cities and us being a sanctuary state. One has gone as far to say that he will reappoint Phil Murphy's attorney general, who also supports sanctuary cities and us being a sanctuary state. It all ends when we win the next election.
Jack, you know, you're a businessman, you're a numbers guy. Is there any way to know how much illegal immigration is costing the taxpayers of your state? And is that something that people really need to appreciate more of?
Tom, I've heard estimates as high as $9 billion. So the bottom line is, whether it's $1 billion or $9 billion, it's too much considering that New Jerseyans already face, our individuals and our businesses, the highest overall tax burden in the country between our property taxes, our income taxes, our sales taxes, our tolls, our fares. And it's been a total failure across the board for the Murphy administration in terms of the quality of services that people get. Look at Newark alone, where Ras Baraka is the mayor. We're in the unprecedented meltdown of Newark Airport. The school district, only 80% of the kids are on grade level for reading, writing, and math. There's crime in the streets. He's not showing up for any of that, but he's showing up at a nice detention center. Tells you all about his priorities.
President Trump has made his endorsement of your campaign public with a post on Truth Social. Real quickly for me, what's the #1 priority should you be elected governor in this cycle?
Certainly the affordability crisis here in New Jersey. And I'm very, very thankful to the president when we spoke recently that he's willing to bring back the SALT deduction. Because we are the highest taxed people in the nation, we want to be able to deduct our state and local taxes on our federal tax returns, and the president seems more than open to restoring the SALT.
Jack Ciattarelli, we're going to be following your race. Thank you so much for being with us, sir. Appreciate it.
Tom, thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.